Oh, we have fallen. We must rebuild the final Titan. Do not forget.
Last time Wrathion left us with more questions than answers, and sadly we won't find any in the 5.3 part. Wrathion says that he wants to give you his full array of draconic powers, but your mortal body couldn't handle it. He has a different plan, and that is to craft a vessel that will hold its powers, and to make this vessel you will need the blessing of the 4 August Celestials of Pandaria.
I will meet you at each of the 4 shrines, champion. Remember, we must visit all 4. But we only need to complete one of the 4 challenges. Choose the challenge most appropriate for your unique talents.
Each Celestial offers you a challenge and you can decide which one you want to accept. There's one for tanks, one for healers, one for ranged DPS and one for melee DPS.
Good luck.
I tried to show you the healing one, but sadly the challenge is too hard to just go in without any gear or knowledge. I can show you the tanking and melee DPS challenge, but before we go I first want to answer a question. Ricardo Psych asked what the lore was behind the August Celestials, and sadly there's no real explanation given. We know that they've been around since the dawn of time, and we know that they assisted Xiao Hao with his burdens. The Jade Serpent represents wisdom, the White Tiger stands for strength, Black Ox for fortitude and Red Crane for hope. Other than that, it's all up to speculation. Did the Titans create them? Did Azeroth itself produce them? Or are they from a completely different source? I've placed a link in the description to Know Your Lore, which has an excellent speculation article on it, if you want to read more. And that's enough introduction, let's follow Wrathion as he meets with the Celestials.
The Jade Serpent is the incarnation of wisdom in Pandaria. Let's see what she has to say. Great Jade Serpent, hear our plea. My champion and I seek the blessing of your wisdom.
Ah, the Dragon Child and the hero. Together you will achieve great things. Tell me, Dragon Child, what is the nature of wisdom?
To do what is right, no matter the cost. That is wisdom.
Spoken like a true child of the aspects, always seeking to change the world. But true wisdom comes from knowing what is right, and sometimes doing nothing at all.
When is it ever wise not to act for the greater good?
To learn that is to learn true wisdom. Come forward, I will give you my blessing. My challenge, if you accept it, will test your cunning and footwork even in the midst of life-threatening danger.
I am looking forward to this. The White Tiger is the embodiment of strength in Pandaria. Great White Tiger, hear our plea. My champion and I seek the blessing of your strength.
Ah, the young black dragon graces my temple. The deeds of you and your champion are quickly becoming Pandaran legend.
I take great pride in the company I keep.
Tell me, young prince, what is the nature of strength?
The power to crush one's foes. That is strength.
You speak only in terms of one's enemies.
Well, certainly, strength can benefit one's allies.
How so?
By using it to crush their enemies.
A black dragon through and through. Very well. I will give you my blessing, but also some advice. Strength used in the service of others is twice as powerful as strength spent on our foes. Now, my challenge, should you accept it, will test your ability to stand right in the face of danger and persevere. Let the challenge begin. Hero, you must defeat the Black Prince in close quarters combat.
Wait, that's absurd. I would annihilate my own champion.
You, Wrathion, will be blindfolded.
Interesting, but the outcome is unlikely to change.
Black Prince, you are very strong. But what good is strength without the vision to guide it?
Very well. I am sorry, champion, but I will not be the one learning a lesson today. A blind dragon. Ridiculous.
Begin! Dodge his attacks. That is enough.
Just as I expected. Did you want to give it another go?
Very good. Lay down your weapons.
Ha! A lopsided challenge.
I hope now you understand the limits of strength without vision. It is one thing to change the world, but quite another to do what is right. Young Prince, I hope you take this lesson to heart.
I am pleased that our hero is still alive. Thank you for your blessing, mighty tiger. Here we are, the home of New Zhao, the Black Ox. He is the patron spirit of Pandaren fortitude, the only celestial who chooses to live beyond the wall. Mighty Black Ox, hear our plea. My champion and I seek your blessing of fortitude.
So enters the dragon and his mortal champion. You are welcome here. Tell me, Black Prince, what is the nature of fortitude?
The strength to overcome any hardship. This is fortitude.
You confuse strength with fortitude, young dragon. But power is worthless without spirit. I have seen humble slaves endure unimaginable torture, only to rise up and overthrow their masters. And I have seen the mightiest of emperors laid low by the perseverance of the smallest of enemies.
You mean to say physical strength is developed without, but fortitude comes from within?
Precisely.
Sure, I knew that.
Of course you did. We will put your understanding to the test. My challenge, if you accept it, will test your champion's ability to defend and protect while enduring terrible hardship. Let the challenge begin! Hero, you must defend the Black Prince while he faces his inner turmoil.
I am a black dragon. I won't need any help.
Is that so? You are filled with doubts and fears, young prince. Face your inner demons. Now is the time.
What? Wait. Father? Please, don't make me do this.
Your champion will defend you. Begin.
Your efforts are insignificant.
Enough! Make it stop.
So be it. The test is over. Remember, you are never defeated until you decide to remain so. Those with true fortitude always rise whenever they fall. Try again. I know you can defeat this challenge. You have triumphed.
Such madness.
You are stronger than your father, young prince. You have friends. Your champion did not allow you to fall. Take this lesson to heart.
I understand. Thank you, mighty ox. The Red Crane of Hope has inspired the citizens of Pandaria from the very dawn of history. I very much want to speak with him. Great Red Crane, hear our plea. My champion and I seek your blessing of hope.
My, the child of the Worldbreaker, proof that none are beyond redemption. I am honored by your visit. Tell me, son of the Earth Warder, what is the nature of hope?
Hope is a belief in a better tomorrow.
You speak, but doubt your own words.
Great Crane, you have not seen what I have seen.
You underestimate me.
The fires that once burned the sky will return. It is inevitable. The Burning Legion will find Azeroth. Seas of blood, cities in ruin. Who are we, one divided world, to stand against a legion? You speak of hope. Believe me, the thinnest sliver of belief that we might somehow survive the coming devastation is all that sustains me.
Rise, son of Deathwing. I will give you my blessing, for you need it more than any I have ever met. I challenge you not to think of hope as a vague and unimaginable future. Live every day with hope in your heart. In doing so, you create the future you dream of.
I thank you, Great Crane.
My challenge, if you accept it, tasks you with healing the most grievous of wounds. Your champion will keep you alive. Begin.
Your efforts are insignificant.
Enough! Make it stop!
Very well. The test is over. But do not give in to despair. You have the spirit to overcome this. Try again. I believe in you.
All of them offer wisdom to Wrathion, and his last conversation with the Great Red Crane tells us what we already knew. Wrathion has seen the return of the Burning Legion, and he fears that a divided Azeroth will not be able to stand against the Legion.
We have done it, hero. We have the blessings of the Celestials, and we have completed their challenge. I know our next step. Meet me back atop Mason's Folly. You'll be pleasantly surprised at what I have in store for you. Welcome back, champion. Excellent work with the Celestials. Can you believe how chatty they were? I just wanted them to hand us our reward, but they would just talk. I'm sorry, where were we? Oh yes, I have something for you. The very spirits of Pandaria are supporting us in our grand crusade. Behold! The strength of the White Tiger. The wisdom of the Jade Serpent. The fortitude of the Black Ox. And from the Red Crane, a shining beacon of hope for a better world. Our world. There! It is ready. We stand at the crossroads of history. My work is not quite finished. This cloak will grant you the power of the Celestials. Very soon, we will be able to augment your cloak with my own formidable draconic powers. Continue to aid your allies in the war effort. I will contact you shortly.
That's as far as the lore goes in this patch. Wrathion now rewards you with a cloak and he tells you that King Rin has reassembled a naval fleet and Vol'jin is marching north across Durotar. Now all we can do is wait for patch 5.4. In the next part of the video I'll explain the tank and the melee DPS challenge and I'll show you how I've done the fight. If you're not looking for tactics, then all I can say is thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story, subscribe if you like my videos, and until next time guys, see ya! As I said, I can only show you the tanking and the melee DPS challenge. I really tried the healing one, but it was just too much of a challenge. Compliments to Blizzard though, they made it challenging enough to be fun, but not undoable. If you need an additional buff, there's a coin you can buy once you reach Honored with the August Celestials. Having this coin in your inventory will give you a buff once you're in one of the temples. Jade Serpent gives you 10% intellect, Red Crane gives you 1000 health per second, Black Ox gives you 10% stamina, and White Tiger gives you 10% strength and agility. It might not seem like much, but every little bit helps. The tanking challenge is given by the Black Ox. The object of the game is to tank the vision of Deathwing as Wrathion hits it with his lance. Deathwing is the embodiment of Wrathion's fears and doubts about himself, about the Black Dragons and about his history. To win you need to make sure that you stay alive, Wrathion stays alive and that Deathwing goes down. Deathwing will place a stackable debuff on you that hits for around 15,000 damage every 2 seconds per stack. That damage will add up. I've had it up to 6 stacks with 90,000 damage every 2 seconds. You can drop the stack by stunning Deathwing or kiting him around. He will make fire rain from the sky, avoid the shadows on the floor. He will hit in an arc in front of him, the earth will boil under you, move out of it before it hits. He will cast Blood of the Deathborn, which if he succeeds creates a pool on the floor that does a ton of damage if you stand in it. Stun or interrupt him to prevent him from creating the pool. He will fixate on Wrathion and this spell is called Eyes of the Destroyer. You need to taunt him in order to make him attack you again and you need to do this fast. Each hit he lands on Wrathion takes away around 10% of his health and Deathwing strikes very fast. Place your taunt on a hotkey and if you're really having trouble, make a macro for it. Occasionally Neltharion's tears will spawn, which aren't a huge problem, but they do add to the damage taken. Make sure to kill them fast to buy some alone time with Deathwing. You can also kite them around, but they will increase the speed over time, so it's easier to just kill them. Around every 2 minutes, Deathwing will disappear and 4 elementals will spawn. These elementals will shoot bolts at Wrathion and you need to intercept them with your body. They take away around 10% of Wrathion's health if they manage to hit him, and they will also hurt you, so make sure to use your cooldowns. They will shoot for around 30 seconds and after that Deathwing will spawn again. You can also buff and heal Wrathion, so make sure to make use of this. Those are all the mechanics in this fight. Here's me actually fighting it. If you're not interested, I'll place an annotation so that you can skip it.
Begin!
From my fury!
Protect the Black Prince. Distract his enemies. Gods will not die. Make use of it.
From my fury!
The melee DPS challenge is given by the White Tiger. The object of the game is to defeat Wrathion in close quarter combat, and to make it a little bit more fair, Wrathion will wear a blindfold. You will get a buff if you attack behind Wrathion. This buff will increase your damage done by 250%. Wrathion will cast Crumbling Arc, Make sure to avoid the rumbling earth or he will most likely one-shot you. He will make fire rain from the sky, avoid the shadows on the floor or stun him. He will cast Blood of the Deathborn, which if he succeeds creates a pool on the floor that does a ton of damage if you stand in it. Stun or interrupt him to prevent him from creating the pool. Occasionally, Nalfarian's tears will spawn, which have a fair amount of health and deal a fair amount of damage. Make sure to kill them fast to buy you some alone time with Wrathion. You can also kite them around, but they will increase the speed over time and their damage does add up, so I can't recommend it. After around 2 minutes, Wrathion will run to the middle and create copies of himself. These copies will all cast Inferno, and the more copies that are alive, the more damage this will do. They have a low amount of health, so AoE them down as fast as you can. He will do this 3 times, but you can't stun him to slow him down. Those are all the mechanics. Here's me actually fighting the fight. If you're not interested, I'll place an annotation so that you can skip it.
Begin!
Stay behind your foe. He cannot see you. Move
Where
quickly.
did you go? Come back!
Dodge his attacks. Use his strength against him.
Stand still! Stand still! I'm trying to kill you here. Where did you go? Come back! Where did you go? Come back!
Will not die. Make use of your time.
Stand still! I'm trying to kill you here. Where did you go? Come back!
The elements will not die. Make use of your time before they rise again. Seek out your true enemy. Do not be fooled by his false images. The elements will not die. Make use of your time before they rise again.
Stand still! I'm trying to kill you here. Stand still!
Will not die.
I'm trying to
Make
kill you.
use of your time before they rise again.
Where did you go? Come back!
The elements will not die. Make use of your time before they rise again. Very good. Lay down your weapons.